Should we go up the curb and start the video? There's quite a few people looking at me. No. I'm gonna resist my temptations. If I can get into neutral, there we go. Oh god, where's the stand? There it is. Alrighty, let's start the video, shall we? Hey guys! Hey guys. So as you can see, we're riding a Daelim. We're riding a Daelim, which coincidentally is kind of like a Daewoo in the bike world. It is made in Korea. It is a Korean bike, which is basically a 250 Honda. It's got the CBR 250 motor in it, and just with a different body. And as you can hear, it's bloody loud. But you know what? First impressions are relatively positive. The seating position and the general feel of the bike actually reminds me a lot of a CBR 500R. Oh god. Bloody loud exhaust, scaring all the dogs. That's how we do. Whoop whoop. That was Insane Clown Posse, if you didn't get the reference. Yeah, first impressions are fairly good. It feels like a CBR 500 in the way that you sit and just the general size of the bike. Now, as you know, if you've been watching my videos before, I'm not a huge fan of loud exhausts. Not because I don't think they have benefits or they don't sound good, but I'm just an old man, basically. That's just how I roll. So this is the Daelim 250R, and it's called the 250R because when you see it, you actually think it looks like a bit of a 650 because it's so big. And you go, and someone tells you it's a 250, and you go, oh, 250, 250R, 250R. Do you get it? Anyway, that's what it's called, and it is kind of, this review is going to be a bit of a comparison between hey look, there's abandoned cars. It's going to be a bit of a comparison between the Ninja 250, the CBR 250, and the Daelim. Why would you pick this bike over a Daelim? More like Gaylim, am I right? I'm sorry. This bike was actually donated, not donated, but it was lended to me by a lovely subscriber. So I appreciate it, mate. Thanks for letting me use your bike for my sick pleasures. Why would you buy this bike? I don't know. If you have a spare $4.5 grand, maybe you'd buy it. This bike is a cheap 250. It's at the lower end of the market, as you might expect being a Korean bike. It has a 3-year warranty, actually, which is outstanding. And that seems to be the trend for most of these Korean/Chinese bikes. Basically, they get you in with a cheap price and then they support you with warranty because they're trying to establish themselves and sort of take away the negativity of, you know, the Chinese or the Korean stigma. So, yeah, that's good. That's good. That's good. Cut it there, man. These are like my editor notes that I do while I'm making a video. I'll like finish a segment. I'll finish a bit of a segment and then I'll tell myself to cut it or don't cut it or do whatever. And then when I'm editing, I'll just completely ignore that and do something different. Okay, I'm not a fan of the gear shifter. Not only is it a little bit hard to shift up, it's just doesn't have a good click feeling. But the other negative is when you go down into first, my bike clicks to kind of let you know you're on first. This one just kind of doesn't go down any further. It just kind of feels spongy. And I'm not the biggest fan of that, to be honest. But hey, low speed riding is quite good. No complaints there. There's still a bit of filtering. We made it. And balance, you know, it's good. It's good. It's a 250. It's not going to be the hardest bike to ride by any means. Anything light is going to be fairly easy. So, what's the point of this review? Besides just having a bit of fun on someone else's bike, like a dickhead, I actually did want to make a comparison, and that is to the Ninja 250R and to possibly the CBR 250R as well. If you're thinking about buying this bike, I think, just like the CF Moto, the real reason you're going to be buying it is because of the price. I haven't talked to the owner about if he's had any issues with it, but the only issue that he mentioned to me in the 6 months that he's had the bike was that it's a little bit hard to shift from second to third, and to be honest, I haven't really experienced that at all. So if you're thinking about buying a Daelim, if you can live with riding the Daelim and telling your friends you own a Daelim, go for it. It's cheap and, you know, it works relatively well. It's not as good in the corners as a 250, however, it has bigger tires, so it's more stable in the corners. And overall, it actually, you know, it feels quite nice to ride. It's not leant over, it's more like a CBR 500. And, you know, I can appreciate that. But anyways, let's get out of the sun, get into my mum, excuse me. And let us get past everyone at the learner sessions. Don't want to spook anybody. Anyway, as per my usual reviews here, I'll give you a quick look-see of the bike. Try and get into neutral. Nope. 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 Oh, there we go. Okay. And we'll try and find a foot peg, the side stand, which is there. And we'll try and get off the bike without falling. Review successful. So that there it is, excuse me. It looks alright, you know, it's not amazing, it's not terrible, but it's got that bigger look. It looks like maybe a Hyosung 250R rather than a Ninja, which is a bit smaller. Overall, top bike, kind of. Anyway guys, hopefully you've enjoyed my Daelim virginity taking experience. If you haven't, then I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems, but a Daelim ain't one. See you guys.
If you having girl problems, I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. I got the rap patrol on the cat patrol. Foes that want to make sure my casket's closed. Rap critics that say he's money cash holes. I'm from the hood, stupid, what type of facts are those? If you grew up with holes in your zap